Just a couple of years back, it really felt like K-pop was this unstoppable force, right? Taking over the world. And at the same time, everyone was writing obituaries for the movie theater. But flash forward to today, and the script has completely flipped. So what on earth happened? Let's get into it. So you've got this fascinating split. Over here, you have K-pop, this cultural juggernaut that's, well, suddenly hitting the brakes. And then on the other side, you've got good old-fashioned Hollywood cinema, which is somehow staging this incredible comeback. I mean, how did these two giants end up on such wildly different tracks? And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to break down this tale of two titans. We'll look at the moves they're making, what's working, what's failing, and what it all tells us about where entertainment is headed. First up, K-pop. What looked like a foolproof plan for world domination seems to have spun out into this huge identity crisis. And the crazy part is, the very strategy designed to make it a global hit might just be the thing that's holding it back. And really, this one quote just nails it. In this huge push to appeal to a homogenized, globalized audience, K-pop is running this massive risk of losing the very soul that made people fall in love with it in the first place. To really get this, you gotta understand the idol system. See, performers get scouted super young. Then they're put through these crazy, intense training camps. The whole thing is engineered, top to bottom, for mass appeal. But that super controlled, formulaic approach, well, the cracks are starting to show. And that global strategy is starting to backfire in some really big ways. By chasing this generic global sound, the agencies are actually pushing away their core fans in Korea. After BTS had that monster hit with Dynamite, the industry just flooded the zone with all English songs that frankly aren't connecting back home. At the same time, you don't see idols on mainstream Korean TV as much. They're all tucked away behind paywalls on these fan apps. And finally, the companies are pushing so much merch at such high prices that even the most hardcore fans are just getting exhausted. And all these internal issues are starting to boil over into public view. I mean, just look at the group New Jeans. They had everything going for them. This massive crossover appeal, a genuinely cool vibe. But their momentum got completely stopped in its tracks by this ugly, very public legal fight with their own agency. It's become a huge story about the rights of these K-pop stars. Okay, so while all that's happening in the K-pop world, Hollywood is playing a completely different game. They're going all in on a classic, almost old-school idea, the magic of the movie theater. And believe it or not, it's really, really working. The whole vibe in the industry has changed. The optimism is back. There was this huge box office surge at the end of 2024 that just totally flipped the narrative. We went from all this doom and gloom talk to a real powerful recovery, one that's setting up 2025 to be massive. And this isn't just talk. The numbers are absolutely wild. Inside Out 2 pulled in over $650 million in the US alone. Deadpool and Wolverine, more than $630 million. These aren't just movies hitting their targets. They're full-blown cultural events. It's proof that people will absolutely show up in huge numbers if you give them the right reason. So what's the secret sauce? Well, they're turning a trip to the movies into a whole event. You're not just buying a ticket anymore. You're buying into an experience. I mean, think about the hundreds of brand deals for Wicked, everything from themed cupcakes to designer clothes. Or how about that Dune Part 2 popcorn bucket that literally went viral and became a meme? That's the game right there. This all rolls up into one central idea that's driving all of Hollywood's success right now, the experience economy. The industry figured out it can't just sell you a movie anymore. It has to sell you the entire experience around it. And make no mistake, this is not happening by accident. This is a deliberate, coordinated plan across the entire industry. The Cinema Foundation's At the Movies campaign is the perfect example. It's this year-long, carefully planned effort to do one thing: get us back into the habit of going to the movies. They are literally creating reasons for us to go to the theater all year, building a whole new calendar for movie lovers. You've got National Popcorn Day in January to kick things off. Then you build some hype with a Sneak Saturday in April. They've even got a designated date night in August and a family day in November. See? This isn't just random promotions. It's a strategic plan to weave the cinema back into our lives. It all comes down to making the movie theater special again. This quote from the International Union of Cinemas really gets to the core of it. In a world where you can stream basically anything, the industry's entire future depends on making it absolutely clear that what they offer is a premium experience you just can't get on your couch. So, after looking at these two completely different playbooks, what's the lesson here?
What does this all tell us about what it really takes to grab the world's attention today? The success of Wicked is just the ultimate case study for this winning formula. It didn't just do well, it became the biggest Broadway adaptation ever, by a mile. I mean, look at those numbers. It absolutely dwarfed some all-time classics. And the secret? For 20 years, Wicked has been building this intensely passionate fan base that was just waiting for a huge, spectacular, big-screen event that was made just for them.
And that right there is the big takeaway. Hollywood is winning because it's choosing depth over breadth. Instead of trying to be everything to everyone like K-pop's current strategy, it's creating these very specific, unforgettable experiences for dedicated fans who are dying to be a part of it. It turns out authenticity and a real experience, that's beating out generic one-size-fits-all content. Which leaves us with a really interesting question for the future, right? In this constant battle for our time and our attention, maybe the goal isn't just to find content that's made for a global audience. Maybe what we're all really looking for are those unforgettable experiences that feel like they were made just for us.